Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So we're continuing on with the Street Stallions Championship as part of the Mustang Tour. Only came 5th place unfortunately on the first 2 races, so hopefully we're going to get a little bit better than that this time around. Hopefully a podium position, but a first place position would be ideal. So yeah, let's see where we're going to be racing first. So we're going to be at Grand Oak Raceway National Circuit Reverse. I don't think I've been on the reverse all that much, so yeah, this should be interesting. And yeah, we can go up to B class. I think that was the case in the previous episode when we came to upgrading it, but I just did not notice. So yeah, we can go even more all out with the power. And yeah, I'm going to do what I wanted to do earlier in the last episode, and that is supercharge the thing. So put in the power. We'll also upgrade the tyres to make up for that as well. We can get sport tyres. I don't like to go for the racing ones though, because they can wear out quite quickly. Shove it full of power. I want to get a nice even number though. Yeah, 405. Right, so that's a good solid amount of power there. Can't really reduce the weight all that much, but we'll knock out some of it. Obviously the supercharger does add weight. It's added about, I think, 50 or so pounds, but it does obviously give us, you know, another 85 horsepower total with the air filter upgrade as well, whatever one we did. So yeah, what did we do? Ignition. So yeah, the ignition upgrade and the positives displacement supercharger has both given us 85 horsepower for what we had in the previous episode. So that should make a bit of a difference. It'll certainly make the car louder. It's going to have that characteristic supercharger whine that we know and love. So yeah, that should be interesting, but more importantly it's how it's going to deal with this course, because obviously unlike the previous 2 races in the championship that we did last episode, it's not quite as speed orientated. There are some more complicated corners on the go here, but we are only got 5 laps instead of the 6 that we had in the previous 2 races. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see what this car can do now. We're even grippier, even more powerful, and therefore should have better acceleration, which we'll have a look at now. So yeah, we're now doing 0 to 60 in 4.09 seconds, so that's about 0.8 of a second quicker than last time with the previous upgrades. Now I'm doing 0 to 100 in just under 10 seconds, that's about a 2-second improvement, and we can now do 183 miles an hour, which is a 14 mile an hour improvement at the top end. So yeah, all very good there. So yeah, let's get the practice and go race. Only real concern is whether or not the car can deal with the additional weight of the supercharger up front. We did lighten the hood of the car in the previous episode to help offset any understeer that might become apparent from having such a large V8 up front, but yeah, there's no real idea until we actually get out there and try it, but hopefully it's not too understeery, especially now we've got the sport tyres on them. Let's go. Definitely hear that supercharger. Power's definitely made a difference. Got it. Too much speed in there. I've not driven the reverse of this for a while. It's not one that often comes up. Third place has quite a penalty on them. I don't know why. Let's see what they did. Oh dear. That Trans Am got real out of control and then got slammed up the back. I wonder what all that tyre noise was, and that was what was going on. actually finally able to gain on anyone in terms of speed. Doesn't look like we are gaining, but doesn't look like we're losing ground either. Oh dear. Too busy looking at how far ahead everyone was. Gaining. You can see the time distance, or time gap even, reduce. I do apologise if you can hear my controller vibrating. It's purely because the controller I normally use has developed quite a severe squeak in both of the triggers, and that squeak is far more annoying than the vibration that lets that happen. Because the squeak is more often. It's pretty much every time I pull the triggers. Whereas the vibrations only really happen when you start losing traction. Gaining on the second and first, but it's taken a while. Hit board into the centre of the track. Tut tut. Quite a bit in those last few corners. Come on. Not what it just was ideally looking for first place, but even if we can just keep at this podium, that would be pretty good, but I would like first. Granted, these two SVT Cobras up front are certainly the more track-orientated cars in this version. A giant rear wing and more power even in stock form. We had in stock form as well, like a massive amount. Granted, if they are stock in terms of power, we do have more. But I doubt they are. Massive understeer moment there from second place. Just gaining a heap of time. Point where we can actually overtake. It's good for us, bad for him.
Final lap. You got this.
Really had much understeer, thankfully, to deal with. Certainly not to the extent that I feared, given the increase in the weight in front of the supercharger. also having understeer issues. This is going to be close. Oh, understeer again from that Cobra. And we get the win. That's quite tense, that was, because we were in third for such a long time. But we were ever so slowly, chipping away at the time gap between us and them, and we eventually got there. So, yeah, that's obviously a massive improvement over the previous 2 races in this championship, which means our, position in the championship overall has improved up into 3rd place. But we are still 8 points behind first, and second is also just ahead of us by 1 point as well. So, yeah, we've still got a lot to play for in this episode. So let's see if we can sneak a win for this championship overall. Now, this might be good for us, this circuit, because it is more handling, orientated than either of the previous 3 races in this championship. So, yeah, and we do seem to have quite good handling in this car. So it might well work in our favour, and it is 6 laps as well, like the first 2 were. Right, so yeah, let's see if this car can handle as well as we think it can, because to be fair, the previous 3 races have not been, certainly haven't, tested the car as much as you might expect. Certainly the first 2. The previous race was pretty good in terms of corners, but yeah, they were quite fast corners, most of them, so yeah, you only really need to keep your acceleration and your speed and everything just so, and then you'll be fine around those corners. But this one, yeah, definitely more braking zones, heavy braking zones, and yeah, more potential for overtaking, but also more potential to get, clogged up in the traffic where you just can't break through, which we've had numerous times on numerous races in the past. Either on this track or other ones. Full circuit where we can also take advantage of our power reserves. Someone went well off the track there. That's a person that is in first in the championship overall, because that would help us a great deal. SVT Cobra went well deep into the corner, but stick it. Oh dear, why are you braking so heavily there?
Total time is
expected that, but you wouldn't expect the game to realise that why someone was braking so heavily into a corner. That you don't really need to factor into why there was a collision, but unfortunately not. Another day, I'm not a mind reader, can't tell what these people are going to do. Someone else being quite slow. Massively widened Cobra. Oh, you can put those wheel arches on that car. Again, that's the thing with this game. I feel like it's got it nailed down for the most part when it comes to the cosmetic changes that you can give cars, but the fact you can't spin the car around when upgrading those cosmetic aspects is really not quite annoying. Especially when it's not been a problem in the likes of Forza Horizon. Having a more hard of a time gaining places here than we did on Grand Oak, but car still in fourth at the end of the day. So we've got a few laps left. Gaining third, ever so slightly. Not as much as the handling car that I thought we were. This track has exposed the weaker aspects of this vehicle.
Three left. The AI are definitely better for those last few corners. Change out this controller when I eventually get around to it. I'm not sure if it is being picked up by the mic by any large degree, but it does annoy me a little bit as well. Not as much as the squeaky triggers that I mentioned in the last episode, but still to some degree. It's worth putting as well when trying to race. This championship off with at the very least. One more. Finish strong.
Trying to. well, to be honest. We'll have to settle for fourth and just see how that you know, lays out the points. Obviously it's a better position than the last two and in the first two races, but yeah,
Well
obviously
done.
it was way down on the previous one as well. So yeah, that means, oh well, we did actually get up to second place, so that is good, but still 12 points off of first. So yeah, who only came second in that race. So if we had gotten first, I don't really think we might well have, you know, been able to have clinched the championship anyway. But it would have been nice to have ended on a win. But regardless, second place overall is still pretty decent, especially for a car that we didn't upgrade in the first race as per usual, but we also didn't upgrade to its fullest in the second race either, and that was my fault. But still, there we go, that's how it goes sometimes. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode where we start the final championship of this Mustang Tour. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.